First strike. Commander Elena Reyes stood at the viewport of the EA's horizon, watching as the blue-green jewel of Earth receded behind them. After 15 years of peaceful exploration beyond the solar system, humanity had established friendly relations with 6 alien species and built research outposts as far as Proxima Centauri. The Horizon, Earth's newest diplomatic vessel, embodied humanity's aspirations for peaceful cooperation among the stars. Commander, we're receiving an emergency transmission from Lunar Base Alpha. Lieutenant Marcus Chen called from his communication station, his voice tight with concern. Elena turned sharply. Put it through. The main screen flickered to life, showing the panicked face of Dr. Samira Khan, the lunar colony's chief scientist. Static cut through her words, but the message was clear. Under attack. Unknown vessels. Massive casualties. They came without warning. The transmission ended abruptly as an explosion rocked the lunar facility. Elena's blood ran cold. Full thrust to the moon, she ordered. Alert Earth Defense Command. All personnel to battle stations. Even with the Horizon's advanced propulsion systems, the journey back to the moon took nearly 2 hours. 2 hours of tense silence on the bridge. 2 hours of preparing for the worst. What they found exceeded their darkest fears. Lunar Base Alpha, once home to 7,000 scientists and their families, had been reduced to smoking ruins. Fragments of the habitat domes drifted in the moon's weak gravity, alongside the bodies of those who had been caught in the vacuum. "My God," whispered Elena. "Scan for survivors." Lieutenant Chen worked quickly at his console. "I'm detecting approximately 200 life signs in sealed emergency shelters. The rest..." He couldn't finish the sentence. "Deploy rescue teams immediately," Elena ordered, her voice steady despite the horror churning inside her. "And scan for enemy vessels." "None in lunar orbit," Commander reported Tactical Officer Darius Jackson. "But I'm detecting similar attack patterns at Mars Colony Olympus." Elena's heart sank. The Mars colony housed over 30,000 people. "Get me Earth Defense Command on a secure channel." Admiral Helena Wagner's face appeared on the main screen. Her usually composed expression was replaced with cold fury. "Commander Reyes, I see you've reached the moon," said Admiral Wagner. "The situation is critical. We've lost contact with Mars Colony Olympus and 3 of our deep space outposts." "Who would do this, Admiral? Who would attack without provocation or even attempting communication?" Admiral Wagner pressed a button, and an image appeared on screen. The creature displayed had an exoskeleton-like surface, 4 glowing eyes arranged in a diamond pattern, and multiple limbs ending in what appeared to be both natural and cybernetic weapons. "The Krellvor," said Wagner. "An expansionist species from the Orion Arm. The Arcturians warned us about them last year, but we had no direct contact until today. They attacked without warning, without any attempt at diplomacy." "The Krellvor don't believe in diplomacy, Commander. According to our allies, they consider it a sign of weakness. They expand through conquest, not cooperation." As if on cue, a transmission cut through all Earth channels. The being on screen was unmistakably Krellvor, its exoskeleton a deep crimson with gold markings that Elena guessed denoted rank. "People of Earth," the alien spoke in synthesized English. "Your world has been claimed by the Krellvor Dominion. Surrender your resources and accept subjugation, or face extinction. You have 36 Earth hours to comply." The screen went blank, leaving a deathly silence on the Horizon's bridge. "They're serious," said Admiral Wagner after a moment. "Long-range scanners show a Krellvor battle fleet approaching Earth. Their technology significantly outclasses our current defensive capabilities." "We have to fight back," Elena said firmly. "We will," Wagner assured her. "Complete your rescue mission, then return to Earth orbit immediately. And Commander, if you find any survivors with information about the Krellvor or their technology, prioritize their evacuation." Among the survivors rescued from the lunar base was Dr. Victor Nakamura, a xenobiologist who had been studying samples from various alien species. Dr. Nakamura was severely injured but conscious, clutching the secure data drive with trembling hands. They came without warning, he told Elena in the Horizon's medical bay. Our defenses were minimal. We're researchers, not soldiers. How did you survive when so many others didn't? Elena asked gently. Dr. Nakamura's eyes clouded with grief. I was in the sealed containment lab when they attacked. We were studying biological samples from different species, including some Krell-Vor tissue provided by the Arcturians. His hand shook as he handed her the data drive. I managed to secure our research and made it to the emergency bunker with whoever I could find along the way. Elena's eyes widened. You have information on the Krell-Vor, their biology? Yes. And during the attack, our sensors automatically scanned their ships. The data is incomplete, but it might help us understand their technological capabilities. For the first time since receiving the distress call, Elena felt a spark of hope. Back on Earth, preparations for war had begun with a speed and unity unprecedented in human history. Ancient rivalries were set aside as all nations pooled their resources and knowledge. Military bases worldwide went on highest alert, and civilians prepared for possible invasion, crowding into emergency shelters or evacuating to more remote areas. Admiral Wagner met the Horizon as it docked at Earth Orbital Defense Station Alpha. Dr. Nakamura's data is already being analyzed by our research teams, Elena reported. He believes there might be exploitable weaknesses in both Krell-Vor biology and ship design. Wagner nodded. Good work, Commander. Now come with me. There's something you need to see. The Admiral led Elena through a series of highly secure checkpoints to a section of the station that wasn't on any official blueprints. The final door required both Wagner's handprint and retinal scan. What is this place? Asked Elena as they entered a massive chamber. Something we hoped we'd never need, Wagner replied grimly. The chamber contained weapons and spacecraft unlike anything Elena had ever seen, sleek, advanced, and clearly beyond what was publicly known about Earth's military capabilities. For the past 7 years, Earth's governments have secretly been developing advanced defensive technologies, Wagner explained. After our first contact with alien species, we realized how vulnerable we might be if we ever encountered hostile aliens. Dr. Lingwei, a tall woman with streaks of gray in her black hair, approached them. Welcome to Project Artemis, Commander Reyes. We've been preparing for this scenario, though we hoped it would never materialize. Why was this kept secret? Elena asked, looking around at the impressive array of technology. Politics, Wagner answered simply. Some felt that developing advanced weapons would send the wrong message to peaceful alien species. Others argued we needed insurance against less friendly encounters. The Krell-Vor have made a critical error, Dr. Wei said, leading them toward a massive hangar where engineers worked on sleek spacecraft. They assume we're defenseless. They don't know what humans are capable of when threatened. Will it be enough? Elena asked, watching the frenetic activity around them. Wagner's expression was grim but determined. It has to be. We're activating everything we have. The Krell-Vor think they're hunting prey, but they're about to discover they've cornered predators. Through the station's viewport, Earth shone blue and green against the blackness of space. Elena thought of the billions of people below, most unaware of the true nature of the threat heading their way. The Krell-Vor attacked the wrong species, she said quietly. Wagner nodded. Prepare your ship, Commander. In 35 hours, when the Krell-Vor expect our surrender, we're going to give them a very different answer. Meanwhile, Dr. Nakamura's data had revealed something potentially game-changing. The Krell-Vor, despite their fearsome appearance and advanced technology, had a significant vulnerability. Their neural systems were highly sensitive to specific electromagnetic frequencies. It's like a resonance point, explained Dr. Wei, showing Elena and Admiral Wagner the analysis. Their neural systems are part organic, part synthetic, a cybernetic integration that gives them enhanced capabilities, but also creates this weakness. Can we exploit it? Wagner asked. Theoretically, yes, A precisely calibrated electromagnetic pulse at this frequency could disrupt their neural networks, essentially paralyzing them temporarily. The same principle might affect their ship systems, which appear to use similar technology. How quickly can you develop weapons based on this? Alina asked. Dr. Wei smiled for the first time. We already have prototyped EMP technology from Project Artemis. We just need to recalibrate it to these specific frequencies. As the 36-hour deadline approached, Earth prepared its response. The secret fleet from Project Artemis moved into position, hidden behind the moon. Ordinary satellites reconfigured to reveal concealed weapon systems. And in orbit above Earth, the EE's horizon, now equipped with the modified EMP technology, waited alongside other hastily retrofitted vessels. Admiral Wagner addressed all Earth forces from the command center. The enemy expects our surrender. Instead, they'll receive our answer. All units, execute Operation Thunderstrike. Vengeance of Earth. The Krell-Vor battle fleet entered Earth's solar system with the confidence of conquerors. 12 massive warships, each dwarfing humanity's largest vessels, approached in tight formation. They had conquered 17 worlds before, and none had offered effective resistance. They were not prepared for what awaited them. As they passed the orbit of Mars, hundreds of seemingly ordinary Earth satellites suddenly transformed. Hidden panels opened to reveal weapon systems specifically calibrated to the Krell-Vor neural frequency. From concealed positions behind the moon, Earth's secret fleet emerged. And from Earth itself, specialized fighters launched toward the incoming armada. All ships, fire on my mark. Admiral Wagner commanded from the orbital defense station. Target their lead vessels first. The first wave of Earth's attack struck the Krell-Vor fleet with devastating precision. The electromagnetic pulses hit their targets, causing several alien ships to drift aimlessly as their systems temporarily failed. The Krell-Vor had no warning before Earth's counterattack hit them. On the EE's horizon, Commander Alina Reyes watched the battle unfold. They're reconfiguring their shields, she reported to Admiral Wagner. They're adapting faster than we anticipated. Then we adapt faster, Wagner replied. All ships switched to frequency pattern beta. Earth's forces adjusted their attack, changing the electromagnetic pulse frequency to bypass the Krell-Vor's hasty defenses. Again, several enemy vessels faltered. The Krell-Vor commander, Supreme War Leader Krag Vor, could not comprehend what was happening. How are they resisting? He demanded of his subordinates. Their technology was assessed as primitive. Their weapons are specifically calibrated to our neural frequencies, reported his science officer. They have knowledge of our biology that they should not possess. Kragvor's 4 eyes narrowed. Launch fighter squadrons. Target their major population centers. Let's see how they resist when their cities burn. Krell-Vor fighters streamed toward Earth, but they met unexpected resistance. Captain Maya Okafor led Earth's fighter squadron, piloting vessels equipped with the new EMP technology and maneuvering capabilities that surprised the alien pilots. Stay in formation, Maya ordered her pilots as they engaged the enemy. Remember your training. Their ships are larger, but we're faster and more agile. The battle in Earth's orbit was fierce. Krell-Vor weapons tore through space with devastating power, but they hit far fewer targets than expected. For every human fighter lost, 3 Krell-Vor vessels were disabled. In a secure facility beneath Geneva, Dr. Alex Reeves, a former military hacker turned head of cybersecurity, worked frantically to infiltrate the Krell-Vor communications network. Their encryption is complex, but follows logical patterns, he explained to the intelligence officers monitoring his progress. Even alien math has to follow certain universal principles. Using algorithms developed from Dr. Nakamura's data, Alex managed to breach the Krell-Vor tactical communications. I'm in, he announced. I can hear them talking to each other. The aliens sounded increasingly confused and concerned. The humans resist beyond all projections, one Krell-Vor commander hissed to another. Their weapons target our neural frequencies with precision. How did they acquire this knowledge? The High Command must be informed. These humans are not the easy conquest we anticipated. Alex grinned as he relayed translations to Admiral Wagner. They're worried, Admiral, and I'm starting to understand enough of their system architecture to cause some real damage. Proceed with Phase 3, Wagner ordered. Alex nodded and began inserting carefully crafted code into the Krellvor communication network. Within minutes, the alien ships began receiving conflicting orders. Some of their weapon systems shut down unexpectedly. Navigation became erratic. Back in orbit, the battle reached its peak. The Krellvor still had the advantage in raw firepower, but Earth's forces had the elements of surprise and confusion on their side. Captain Okaffer's fighters had disabled dozens of enemy vessels by targeting weak points identified in Dr. Nakamura's research. The EA's Horizon, moving with unexpected speed and agility, led a daring attack run against Kragvor's flagship. Commander Rice studied the alien ship's design, noting the sections that appeared to house its main power systems. Target these coordinates, she ordered Lieutenant Jackson. Use the modified EMP missiles. The missiles struck the Krellvor flagship precisely where Alina had indicated. They bypassed the alien shields using the specific frequency revealed in Dr. Nakamura's data. The massive vessel didn't disintegrate, but its weapons went dark, and it began to drift. In the command center, Admiral Wagner watched as the tide of battle shifted. The Krellvor, clearly not expecting such effective resistance, began to pull back. They're retreating, announced one of the officers. Dr. Wei looked at the tactical display with narrowed eyes. Not retreating fully. They're regrouping at the edge of our solar system, likely calling for reinforcements. Wagner nodded. We've won the first battle, but the war is just beginning. The Krellvor will return with greater numbers and a better understanding of our capabilities. She straightened her uniform. We have days, maybe weeks to prepare. Every factory on Earth needs to shift to war production. Every scientist needs to focus on advancing our technology. And every soldier needs to train for what's coming. On screens around the world, people watched as Earth's forces drove back the alien threat. Fear turned to cautious hope. In cities and towns, people emerged from shelters to witness the aftermath of humanity's first space battle, visible as distant flashes in the night sky. 3 months passed since the first Krellvor attack. Earth had transformed dramatically. Cities now had protective shields. Factories produced spacecraft components around the clock. Children practiced emergency drills at school. Humanity united as never before, working together for survival. Major Darius Jackson, promoted after his service on the Horizon, studied the holographic map of the Krellvor forward base located on Titan, Saturn's largest moon. His team of 15 specially trained soldiers checked their stealth suits nearby. The target is their command center, Darius explained, pointing to a structure in the middle of the alien base. We need their strategic plans and fleet positions. The mission was dangerous but essential. Intelligence suggested the Krellvor were planning another major assault, this time with 3 times as many ships as before. Darius's team infiltrated the Titan base using suits designed to mask their heat signatures and partially bend light around them. They downloaded crucial intelligence from the Krellvor systems and planted a virus created by Dr. Reeves to slowly corrupt alien communications without being detected. The information they retrieved proved invaluable. Earth now knew exactly when and where the Krellvor planned to attack, and with what forces. Admiral Wagner gathered Earth's military leadership to prepare the response. The Krellvor believe they understand us now, she told them. They think their superior numbers will overwhelm us. They're wrong. Commander Alina Reyes, now captain of Earth's newest warship, the EA's Defiance, led the defense fleet. The Defiance represented the pinnacle of human ingenuity, a vessel created by combining Earth technology with principles reverse-engineered from damaged Krellvor ships. When the Krellvor fleet returned to Earth's solar system, they found not a panicked civilization scrambling to defend itself, but a coordinated and prepared military force waiting for them. Earth ships engaged the aliens at the orbit of Jupiter, preventing them from approaching Earth itself. Supreme War Leader Krag Vor, who had survived the first battle, watched in disbelief as his supposedly superior forces struggled against the humans. How have they advanced so quickly? He demanded. This defies all logic. The battle raged for 3 days. Earth suffered losses, but the Krell Vor suffered more. Captain Rise led a daring attack on Krag Vor's new flagship, disabling its main systems and forcing the war leader to abandon ship. For the first time in their expansionist history, the Krell Vor were forced into full retreat. They withdrew not just from Earth's solar system, but from this sector of space entirely. 6 months later, Captain Alina Reyes stood on the bridge of the EA's Defiance as it approached the diplomatic station orbiting Arcturus, where representatives from 12 alien species had gathered. Earth had been invited to join the Galactic Concord, a loose alliance of spacefaring civilizations. The Krell Vor have withdrawn from 3 other systems they previously occupied, reported Lieutenant Chen, now her first officer. Apparently, news of their defeat by humanity has spread. Elena nodded. They attacked what they thought was an easy target. Instead, they awakened a sleeping giant. As the Defiance docked with the station, Elena reflected on how much had changed in less than a year. Humanity had faced extinction and emerged stronger. Earth's technology had advanced by decades and months, and now humans were taking their place among the stars not just as explorers, but as a force to be respected. The Krell Vor made one fundamental mistake, Elena told her crew before disembarking to meet the alien representatives. They judged us by our technology, not by our spirit. They didn't understand that humans are at their most innovative, most determined, and most dangerous when backed into a corner. They attacked the wrong species, and now the stars will never be the same.